Hey everybody, it's me Rachel from Rachel is Knitting, and today's video is the next installment of the recap of my most recent knitting tour. If you're not familiar, I host knitting tours in very exciting destinations. The most recent one was Ireland, and it's a repeat of a trip that I do every autumn. So this is a recap of the third annual Irish knitting tour, specifically days 4 and 5. I'm so excited to bring you along for this recap, but if you're just starting with this video, make sure you go back and watch the recap for days 1 and 2 and day 3. Once you're caught up, come back here and we'll get started on days 4 and 5. Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, October 7th. I don't know. Can't keep track. It's impossible. But it's the morning of day 4 and we are leaving Cabra Castle. We're just here for one night. So for this morning, I need to go have breakfast, which is in the main castle. So need to make our way away from these beautiful cottages, have breakfast, hopefully film an Instagram reel, and then we'll come back here, get the rest of our treasures, load on the bus, and we'll go to Kilkenny. Kilkenny is about a 2.5-hour drive away. So we will have a comfort stop en route, and it's going to be a fabulous day. I'm very, very excited to see the Jortbluff sheep, and I'm so excited to go to Cushendale woolen mills. I love Cushendale woolen mills. Yesterday I told you that I was going to hopefully get yarn for Nordic Bloom, but I'm also looking for yarn for my third tea room lamb. Now I am a year behind. I didn't make the tea room lamb from the yarn I got last year yet, but I want to get yarn every year, so every year I have a little souvenir lamb that I make from Cushendale yarn. So that's my shopping list today, and I'm excited to take you along. Here's the knit fit for today. I have my California sweater heavy. This is with Treehouse Knits cotton merino worsted, or I don't remember the name, but it's a blown yarn and I love it. This is from her Moana collection. And let me just take this opportunity to say the California sweater is a fabulous pattern. I think the fit is better than the Doppio, and it's the same gauge. It's written for a strand of fingering with a strand of lace. Works really well. This is a heavier yarn, so it's a denser garment than the California sweater light that I wore a few days ago. And I love them both. So anyway, here's the fit. I've got tights on by Blundstones because we're going to a farm again today. So I want a single-use garment in case it gets too sheepy. Breakfast was amazing. I was a little nervous at first because it was just cereal and yogurt and granola. And I was like, we're supposed to have a full Irish breakfast every day. What's going on? But then they came and took our individual orders and brought us hot breakfast. We ate up there in the gallery, and now I'm doing a little bit of a walk to cool off and enjoy the morning before we have to head out. Okay, just made our Instagram reel. I'm so happy with how it turned out. Oh, hello, Laura. I'm just talking to myself here. Oh yeah, scare times too. And now I have to get all the last bits of stuff out of the room, get on the bus, and make our way to Kilkenny. Just finished up lunch at Langton's Hotel. That was such a cute and cool building. And now got a little bit of free time. Well, not really. We're just heading back to the bus. John's parked just here across the street from where we had lunch. So going to go up to that zebra crossing up the way and cross the street. But I did get a tip from Suzanne that there is some fuchsia nearby. So I wanted to come outside and take a look, see if I could find it. I haven't seen that much fuchsia yet on this trip, just kind of in passing, I'll let you know, on the bus, but not anything up close and personal. So see if I can spot it. They said that it was over the church wall. Oh yeah, I see it. Oh my gosh, look, it's a big one. Oh my gosh. Look how big this is. Let's see. Oh my gosh, look. It's huge. Look at this. It goes all the way up here. You're in 0.5 zoom. Oh my gosh, on this side too. Oh my gosh. That's incredible. Suzanne, if you're watching this after our trip, I am forever grateful to you. This is incredible. I love fuchsia flowers so much. And this is a very, very special specimen. Okay, so for safety, we have to go in the side door so we don't step into traffic. So this is what it looks like coming in the side of the bus. Once we all were back on the bus, it was time to make our way to Crampton Sheep Farm. This wasn't too long of a drive, so we enjoyed some scenery, getting out of the Kilkenny city center and into the countryside on our way to Crampton Sheep Farm, where we were greeted by Susanna and her tiny sheepdogs, Inca and Java. When you arrive at Crampton Sheep Farm, since the bus is so big and bodacious, it can't make it up Susanna's drive. So we have a nice walk up the driveway where we end at her wool house, which is a beautiful, beautiful stone building with a vibrant red door and wisteria vine over the front. I would love to see this in bloom one day. That might be on my bucket list, but it's even gorgeous in the fall without blooms. So we gather around here and Susanna tells us the story of her life as a farmer, as a gardener, as someone who's interested in the land and taking care of it. We also get to walk with Susanna around the farm, meet her sheep. We even saw a glimpse of an alpaca and learn all about the history of this wonderful place. Everything is a dream. This is a dream. This is exactly the reason that I come to Ireland every October, is because it's so beautiful with all these changing leaves. I just can't get enough of them. here in Gragnamoy now, and we are walking down to Cushendale Woolen Mill, where we will have our mill tour and then shopping. Hear me when I say that I love visiting Cushendale Woolen Mills, and I really value my working relationship with the Cushion family. Trevor and Miriam have been wonderful to work with. They're so kind, so nice, and upon arrival, I had some treats for my tour participants. So Trevor has just handed me 15 of these. These are the special gifts for the 15 people who signed up by January 1st. So I'm going to hand these out. These are 50 € gift cards for them to spend in this beautiful yarn room. 2 of those were very kindly sponsored by Cushendale, so thank you so much for those 2 50 € gift cards gift. And also thank you to Cushendale. They gave us 15% off our in-store purchases that day, which was great for those of us who were shopping from the US because conveniently the tariffs were also 15%. So if we were shipping home, basically we did not have to pay a tariff, but we're not going to get into that conversation right now because it will depress me, and we're trying to focus on the joy that I had in Ireland. So let's get back to it. So we've just been divided into 2 groups, and Miriam has the first group out here to show us the mill tour. I really debated whether or not I should put a voiceover on this portion of the recap, but I think it's important to walk you through some things if you're not sure what you're looking at. So we got to go underneath and see the bottom of the mill. Miriam told us all about the process of making the yarn. So the yarn or the wool starts multicolored and then it's carded together to make this beautiful heathered color. So all of their yarn is really multi-dimensional colors, really beautiful. Then we got to go towards the back of the mill and see a huge bed-size blanket loom. This is absolutely massive. We got to see it at work, and this takes extreme skill to operate and extreme yarn management and mechanic management. Trevor showed us how Miriam makes the warp with literally thousands of threads. Then we got to see the yarn being spun on a Victorian era machine. This is so cool, so historic. It works just like it did 150 years ago. Seeing the process from raw wool to carded wool to spun yarn is really a huge privilege, and I do not take it lightly. We had a successful shopping trip at Cushendale, and now we are on the bus going to Lyrath for check-in and dinner. Okay, we have just arrived at the Lyrath Estate Hotel. I've gotten into my room. I don't have time for a full room tour, but I will show you. I have a balcony. My jaw dropped when I saw it, but I'll show you the whole room when we get back. Today has been go. We've had some delays, so we're running late. Gotta head down to dinner, and let's go. Dinner was fabulous. We had it in the same room where breakfast is held at the Lyrath estate. I sat at a table with Heather, Leslie, Laura, and Phyllis, and here's the menu. Take a second and think about what you'd order. I got the soup for my appetizer and the burger for my main, and then for dessert, I had this nice selection of different options. Okay, everybody, here is my room at the Lyrath estate. Let me show you around. First, I have an espresso machine. Actually, let me flip the camera around so I can really give you the full effect. Okay, so you come in here, got the espresso machine, got this cute little alcove here. In this wardrobe is a safe and extra blankets. We've got a vanity here, another wardrobe. This has the exciting stuff, slippers and robes. Got a full-length mirror, my suitcase that Porterage brought up to my room. I did not have to bring that up myself. Very, very appreciated. Here's the bathroom. We've got a dual vanity, a nice mirror. By the way, I really appreciate that the hotels so far have a pump hand soap and not a bar for soap. It's just, I don't know, it just feels more hygienic to me. Anyway, walk-in shower. We've got a toilet room. We've got a nice big bathtub. I think the same size as yesterday, but let's check it just to be safe. Yeah, this will definitely work, but that's not all for the room tour. I still have the whole bed and living area to show you, so follow me. Here it is. Got a king-size bed, a sitting area, got a desk, a television, and a balcony. I'll go out there when it is light out tomorrow because now it feels a little anticlimactic, but it is a good size balcony. It's hard to tell, but take my word for it for now. And tomorrow I'll make sure that you get the full experience. But yeah, here's my room at the Lyrath estate. Let me sit down and I'll debrief you a little bit. So today has been absolutely fabulous. It did start off a little rough. We got a little bit of a late start out of Capper Castle, but still managed to have a fabulous day. We first went to lunch at Langton's, which you saw in Kilkenny, and then we went to Crampton Sheep Farm, met with Susanna Crampton, had a farm walk, learned from her all about her family history of the farm, what she does, what she's passionate about, and that's always really fun to see her and to learn about her farm, share that with other people, and meet her flock of sheep. But really the stars of the show are Inca and Java, her two little chihuahuas, who are her sheepdogs also. And then after that, we went to Cushendale Woolen Mills, which is one of my favorite stops of the tour, bar none. I love Cushendale. The family that runs it, the Cushens, gems of humans. Trevor and Miriam are kind of my contact people when I am getting a tour going, and they're just lovely to work with. I was able to give out 15 vouchers, 50 € gift cards to people who signed up for this trip by January 1st earlier this year. That was like a little incentive I had. So 15 people did it. Cushendale sponsored 2 of them, so I covered the other 13, and then Cushendale also really generously gave us 15% off our in-store purchases today, which is so generous and actually perfect because for those of us who were shipping our purchases home, which I did do, 15% is the same amount as the current tariff in place. So really, basically, we got to shop tariff-free. So that was nice, load off. Really annoying that the world is having to deal with that right now. Anyway, I'm on vacation. He can't get me here. Sorry, my phone was trying to escape and slip out of commission. And excuse me, we still have work to do and chats to chat about to end out the day. I purchased some things at Cushendale. Oh, there it goes again. I'll just hold it. I purchased things at Cushendale, which I'm very, very excited about. For the first time, I got a sweater quantity. I'm so excited. I got 2 greens, one that's like a really beautiful dark evergreen pine green type green. That's going to be my main color for the Nordic bloom. And then I got a sage green as a contrast color. I also got some buttons that Miriam's grandmother made. And what else did I get? I got some fiber, some carded Irish wool, and I got some other things that I'm not going to say because they may be gifts, but yeah, I'm so excited. I feel like I've finally checked off a bucket list knitting tour item by getting a sweater quantity from Cushendale. I just love Cushendale yarn. Oh, I also got yarn to make a tea room lamp, and I'm really excited about the colors I picked this year. To give you like the briefest recap, yeah, my voice sounds so much better out here. It was kind of echoey in that little closet area. But to give you a brief recap, in 2023, I got yarn to make a tea room lamb, which is a pattern by Susan Hickson. My Aunt Becky had the idea because she saw that Cushendale had DK weight boucle yarn. So anyway, the rest is history. In 2023, I got yarn to make that pattern. I did go on to make that pattern. It's the cutest thing ever. I call it Cushy or Cush. And then last year in 2024, I got yarn to make another one, who I was going to call Dale. I haven't made Dale yet, but then this year I got yarn to make Anne. So I'll have Cush and Dale. And the colors that I picked for Anne are super, super cute. It's like going to be a jewel toned tea room lamb, sort of, kind of, a little bit, sort of. I'll show you when, whatever. But since I had it shipped to my house, I can't show you the colors right now. You'll just have to trust me that they're amazing. John missed a few turns today, so I'm just trying to go through my mind and remember, like, what are the highlights that you should know. We got to drive by Nichols Moss Pottery, which is where we're going tomorrow. And tomorrow is going to be fabulous because this is one of the things that I've tweaked this year for the itinerary. I took out our visit to Rock of Cashel, which is an amazing place to visit. It's very historical, very significant, very symbolic, very important, very cool. But I think that at this point in the tour, we're tired. We've been doing so many amazing things at a very fast pace. So we are ready to pamper ourselves, to relax, to slow down a little bit. So tomorrow we're leaving here at 9:30 to visit Nichols Moss Pottery Studio. But then after that, it's free time. So some people are going to go into Kilkenny City Center and explore and have fun. Some people, like me, are going to come straight back to the hotel and just enjoy themselves. So that's my plan for tomorrow. I was going to take a bubble bath tonight, but I'm just tired, so I think I'll just enjoy it tomorrow. We're here for 2 nights, so it's really nice not to have our bags out at a certain time tomorrow. We can have a little bit of a slower morning and then definitely a slower afternoon. Well, it's really pick your own adventure. Like if you want to go explore and go nuts, you can. But I personally am going to have a slower afternoon and enjoy the grounds of this beautiful 5-star hotel. It's a 5-star hotel, by the way. Did I tell you that yet? I don't know. I can't remember what I've told my phone, i.e. the camera, or like a real life human person. So if I have repeated myself in this recap, I'm so sorry. What do you expect from me? I'm doing a lot of memorizing things, and that's simply not something that I can add to the list. Anyway, thanks so much for watching and coming on this trip with me from the comfort of your home, or rewatching. If you are physically in real life on this trip with me now, but you're rewatching this, or you're watching this YouTube series so you can relive it, hey, more power to you. I watch recaps of my trips all the time because I want to be on a trip all the time. I have been telling people today that re-entry is tough, so you need to be really gentle with yourselves when you get home. So if you are on the tour with me and you're rewatching and you're going through re-entry right now, Godspeed. I wish you the best. We're all in this together. Okay, anyway, that's all for tonight. I'm going to go to bed and I will see you tomorrow for another fabulous day. Bye. Good morning. I'm not going to show you much of me in this look, but I just wanted to say another reason that I just love the Lyrath estate is that the bathrobes fit me. I can close them and be decent and everything's covered. That's not something that always happens for me, so one more reason that I just feel so pampered and I just love the Lyrath Estate Hotel. You've got to see this place. Since it's morning time and you'll be able to see the view from the balcony, let me show you what it looks like. Here we go. So that is the restaurant over here, which is where I will go shortly for breakfast. And there's the view. Might sit out here today during free time and knit. Not a bad place to spend the day here at Lyrath Estate Hotel. It really just gets better and better. Like, are you kidding me? This is so different from real life. Like, I figured the door out. I locked it. We are secure, folks. Anyway, so different from real life. Like, this is a fairy tale. This is a fairy tale. I am gonna head down to breakfast, and then after I eat, I'm gonna walk around and enjoy the grounds before we leave for Nicholas Moss. We're going at 9:30, so I've got some time to poke around, but I've got a messy bed, and when I get back to the room later today, it'll be all fresh and beautiful. In theory, I think. I mean, depends on timing. But anyway, let's go get breakfast. Here's my breakfast plate. I got 2 fried eggs, fried potatoes, sausage, local honey, chia pudding, and Bailey's Irish cream porridge. I also made a Bloody Mary. Well, just a Morning Mary, I guess. There's no vodka in this. Just tomato juice, Worcestershire sauce, pepper, Tabasco, and they have a little make-your-own Morning Mary station. Then I've got a pot of tea and beautiful view of the courtyard. So I was wrong. That's not the breakfast room. So I think my room is like above us right now. Never not fangirling over the hotels we stay in. Oh, it's so beautiful here at Lyrath. So Lyrath Estate Hotel used to be a manor house, which is what you see behind me. And you can go inside. Maybe I'll show you in there later today. And then the hotel is extended on behind it. So it's really, really beautiful. This facade with the beautiful changing fall leaves. So cool and special. Maybe we can find a place to sit and knit in the manor house rooms later today. So while I have a little bit of free time, let me walk you through a little bit more of my purchasing plans at Nicholas Moss. I think I told you a little bit about it yesterday, but I didn't go into detail. Nicholas Moss is a ceramicist. He's a ceramic artist, makes beautiful high quality pottery from local clay, if I remember correctly. Just fabulous. So we'll go on a pottery tour, and you may think, what does that have to do with knitting? Objection, relevance. And the answer is, it's my tour, and we only do things that I want to do. And I love Nicholas Moss pottery, specifically the fuchsia line of pottery. I think it's so beautiful. I love fuchsia flowers, can't get enough. You all know this, of course, by now. But in 2023, I saw a display of Nicholas Moss pottery with the fuchsia motif in a shop window, and I was a goner from there. So we added it to the itinerary last year, and then we're going again this year. It's now a staple of the Irish Knitting Tour. And every year I get a piece of fuchsia pottery for my souvenir. Last year I got 2 because I just simply couldn't resist. And this year I'm getting a cookie jar, which will hold my tea bags on the kitchen counter. And then eventually one day it will be my urn. So I'm really a forward thinker. I'm really a good planner. I hope that you notice this and appreciate that about me. And I may also get a sugar bowl as a future urn for Darby, but we're not going to talk about that now. We're just going to enjoy Lyrath Estate and all the beauty. John has arrived. He was staying at a different hotel last night, so he's back this morning to collect us, and he is backing this big bus up this whole drive. That's nutso butso. But if anyone can do it, it's John. This bus doesn't even make the backup beeps. I don't know if maybe it's like manual. John could make it beep if he wanted to, but he's not even beeping it. And look at him go. People move out of his direction. He has such a commanding presence in that beast of a bus. Oh, I thought of more things to talk to you about while John's backing up. I decided to give them some space. The car that was backing up behind him was having a little bit of trouble, so they probably don't want an audience. So anyway, what was I going to tell you? Oh yeah, I'm getting so brave at filming in public. I mean, like, not super brave, but so much braver. I'm so proud of myself. Yay! Just noticed there is an event probably in the manor house today, set up for something, so probably won't be knitting in here today, but that's okay. There's lots of other beautiful places to sit and knit. I'm pretty sure this vine is wisteria. Imagine being here in the spring when it's in bloom. Oh, it would be so beautiful. Here's the walled garden. Hello, you. Another beautiful. Oh, look how thick the trunk is. All these. Oh my goodness. So let's do some fuchsia education. So here's a fuchsia flower, the most beautiful flower in the world. You can see at the top of the flower, there's this little section. So when the flower is spent, it will drop off. And this is what is left. And this is actually the fuchsia berry. So here's an example of what the fuchsia berry will look like as it ripens. You can eat these. Do your own research before. I don't want you to get sick because of me. But based on my research, I learned they are edible. I have tried one. It, didn't change my life, the taste. But anyway, that's where the seeds are to have more fuchsia. You can also propagate fuchsia by cutting, taking cuttings, putting it in water, or rooting it in the ground. Just a very fabulous, beautiful plant. See a fuchsia, document a fuchsia. It's the law. That's the rules. I love it. I love it. Last night at dinner, Phyllis asked me which my favorite country to visit was. And I said Ireland, and she said, why? And I said, because there's fuchsia everywhere. And she said, is that the real reason? And I said, yep. I'm a simple person, but also, in all seriousness, there's so many other reasons as well why Ireland is fabulous. Everyone we meet is so warm and welcoming and accommodating and just makes us feel so special and cared for. The scenery is beautiful. The service is amazing. They really have their tourism down pat. But back to fuchsia. There's also another fuchsia section I want to show you here at the front of Lyrath. So these fuchsia bushes at the top of the drive, there's several of them actually. Here they are in all their glory. And this fuchsia bush gets a real treat because it gets to enjoy the view of the Lyrath. See, look at all these fuchsia berries. All of that. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, wonderful, amazing, perfect. I love it. it to Nicholas Moss. I'm very excited to find my final resting place. Okay, we just finished up our tour at Nicholas Moss. It was fabulous as always. And they gave us little goodie bags with treats in it to take home. There's like a little dish in here. I'll show you later. It's not a fuchsia pattern. If someone did get a fuchsia pattern, I'm going to see if they'll switch with me. But even if it's not going to happen, it's so cute and so generous of them to give us a little treat. I just love Nicholas Moss. I got my future resting place. I got an urn. I was picking between the larger cookie jar and the smaller cookie jar, and ultimately I just went with the smaller one because the large one just felt too much. So I got the small cookie jar, and I'll use it for tea bags in the meantime because I don't need my urn now. This is quite morbid. Anyway, I also got a little like mini French press carafe and a cup and some fuchsia embroidered placemats. So excited to be building my collection. But looks like people are heading towards the bus, so I'll join them and we'll head back to Lyrath Estate. Okay, back at the Lyrath Estate in my room. I'm enjoying some free time. I'm so glad that we built in some free time into this year's itinerary and to the itinerary of next year and hopefully years to come. Normally we would go to Rock of Cashel, but I just really wanted to have a little bit more downtime. And what better place, like I've been saying, than the Lyrath. But anyway, since it's free time and we don't have meals included today other than breakfast, I got room service because when else can you say you got room service at a 5-star hotel? Hello, let's be serious, people. So let me show you what I got. I got a side of chips or fries, and this is the mushroom linguine, which I've gotten for dinner the last few years. It's absolutely fabulous and delicious. And I was a little sad not to see it on the menu for dinner last night, so I'm so happy that I can have it now. And I got a glass of Chardonnay as well as a treat. I'm going to be dipping my fries in mayonnaise. I would never do this at home. It would be vile, disgusting, gross to me. But the mayonnaise here is like aioli. It's so rich and creamy and delicious. Just everything's better here. So that's my lunch. Very excited about that. I think maybe afterwards I might enjoy a bubble bath and some knitting time. I know people are scattered around the hotel and some people are exploring Kilkenny because after Nicholas Moss, a bunch of people, like over half of us, got off the bus to explore. So I think a lot of people are still in the Kilkenny city center, but I just wanted to enjoy the downtime. So yeah, I'm gonna eat, have a bath, maybe have a nap, knit, and enjoy myself. I don't know what I'll do for dinner yet. I may go to a restaurant. I may get room service again. I don't know. Who knows? But I'm really just enjoying this quiet time to recharge my battery. I am an introvert, so uh, I value this quiet time very highly. So that's my plan. All right, my friends, this is where I will leave you for day 4 and day 5. I'll tell you what I did the rest of the day, though. I enjoyed my room service, and then I did have that bubble bath. I did have a nap, and I didn't even have dinner. I was still so full from lunch. So day 4, day 5 were fabulous. Thank you so much for coming along for the journey. Make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss the recap for day 6, 7, 8, 9, and beyond. They're going to be super fun. And it's just such a treat and such an honor and such a privilege to be able to go on these trips and also to share them with all of you back home. So thank you so much for your support. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you back here for the next installment. Bye, everybody.